students, I'm Madam Joyce from Educare TZ. I'm teaching biology, and today I'll be with you, my students, to discuss our topic which is found in Form 5, that is cytology. And here we are going to deal with our subtopic which is called the type C of a cell. So my students, before we are proceeding in our today's session, we have to recall on where we end on the previous session. On the previous session, we tried to see this type C of cells. And obviously, we have said that in the types of cells, in terms of eukaryotic cell, it has been divided into two types. The first one we have seen, it is called the plant cell. The second one, it is called the animal cell. And in terms of a plant cell, that we have also tried to see it or to look it in a little bit, that is the definition of a plant cell. What is the plant cell? We try to see small introduction of this plant cell. So today, my student, you are welcome in this session whereby we are going to see the plant cell structure. So now, the structure of a plant cell. So simply, we can say that the plant cell has an outer layer surrounding cells called the cell wall. So hii ndiyo tofauti kubwa inaweza kutofautisha kati ya plant cell na animal cell. Why? Kwa sababu kwenye plant cell there is outer layer. That outer layer ndiyo ambayo inaitwa cell wall. But also we have seen that it is composed of cellulose, which is a stiff carbohydrate. So tunasema kwamba hii ambayo tunaita cell wall imetengenezwa na carbohydrate material. Hizo carbohydrate material ndizo ambazo zinaitwa cellulose. So now let's see, what is this cell wall? Or what is the function now of this cell wall which is found within the plant cell? So now we can simply say that the cell wall provide protection, structural support, and mechanical strength of a cell. Kwamba hile cell wall ambayo inapatikana ndani ya plant cell au kwenye outer surface of a plant cell is just for providing strength of a plant cell. Not only that, also to provide a mechanical support. And here also we have seen that the presence of the cell wall also helps in cells to maintain its regular shape. This irregular shape, it's obvious. We have already seen it in O level. We have seen that plant cell, it is irregular shape. So where does that irregular shape come from? The regular shape, it comes from the cellulose that is found within that plant cell. But also we can simply say that the cell wall has a perforations that connect cytoplasm of the neighboring cells called the plasmodesmata. Underline the word plasmodesmata. Here we have seen that the plant cell, hile plant cell inakuwa na perforation, vitundu vidogo vidogo. Sasa vile vitundu vidogo vidogo inaweza ikaunganisha kati ya cytoplasm moja na cytoplasm nyingine of a plant cell. Sasa vile perforation au those small pores, they are called the plasmodesmata. We're going to see the function of this plasmodesmata later on while we are discussing the plasmodesmata. Those are small perforations. But also in this plant cell, remember we are discussing on the structure of a plant cell. So the next part of after cell wall, it is called the cell membrane. So we have to see what is this cell membrane. So we are saying that this cell membrane also it is called the semi-permeable membrane. Why is it called the semi-permeable membrane? It is called the semi-permeable membrane simply since it allows material or substance to get in and to move out of the cell. That's why they are called the semi-permeable membrane. So now simply we can say that the cell membrane controls the passage of materials in and out of the cell. As I have said, kwamba hii cell wall inaitwa semi-permeable membrane au kwa jina lingine inaitwa semi-permeable membrane. Tunasema ni kwa sababu tu inakuwa inasaidia kuingiza material ndani ya cell na kutoa nje ya cell. So the adjacent cells are usually bound to one another by a thin layer called the middle lamella. Also underline the word middle lamella. So here we have seen that the adjacent cell between one cell or between one plant cell and another cell, there is connection or there is a joint. So that joint that connects between one plant cell and another cell, it is called the middle lamella. This middle lamella also, it is very important to ensure continuation of material that are occurring within a plant. They just move freely. And another part of a plant cell, it is called the cytoplasm. I hope this cytoplasm, we have already seen it while we are discussing on the prokaryotic cell. Also, we have seen the cytoplasm. So, the role of cytoplasm in prokaryotic cell and the role of cytoplasm in a plant cell, it is the same. So, now we can say that this cytoplasm is the fluid connect that fills the cell, giving its shapes. It contains proteins and dissolved ions used in cellular activities. So we can say that what is found, or what are the contents which are found within the cytoplasm. There are a lot of content. There are a lot of fluid. That fluid, it carries chemicals whereby different kinds of reactions, they are taking place within it. But also here we have seen that it is a place now where all cells organelles are housed. So where all cell organelles are housed. For example, we have a lot of organelles in a plant cell. We are talking about ribosome, mitochondria, chloroplast, endoplasmic reticulum, and so on. They are housed in this place that is called the cytoplasm. Apart from that, also we have another part of this plant cell, and this is called the chloroplast. Another part, it is called the chloroplast. It is very essential in a plant cell. So now let's see. We are saying that the chloroplast contain chlorophyll, which is the green pigment used for photosynthesis. So within a chloroplast is where now the green pigment that is called the chlorophyll, it is found. And the role of that chlorophyll is for photosynthesis. Photosynthesis is just a process, or is the process that is occurring mostly in plants that help them to manufacture their own food. So this is very important part in a plant so that they can get their own food. But also we have another part which is called the mitochondria. Another part which is found in a plant cell, it is called the mitochondria. So what is it now? Let's see. This mitochondria, it acts as a powerhouse of a cell because it releases energy used for all cell activities. So now you can see this mitochondria, we have seen that it acts as a powerhouse. Powerhouse. Why is it called a powerhouse? It is called a powerhouse because this mitochondria, it tends to provide energy within the whole plant cell. That's why we can call it a powerhouse of a cell. And also, another thing here, or another part which is found within a plant cell, it is called the endoplasmic reticulum, or it is abbreviated by ER. So if you meet this ER, don't be surprised, the same as the endoplasmic reticulum. So what is this and what are the function of this endoplasmic reticulum? Here we are saying that this endoplasmic reticulum is a large folded membrane. This endoplasmic reticulum is a large folded membrane system found in the cytoplasm of the cell. It's a folded, we can say that it's the foldation of a membrane which is found within a cytoplasm. So it is found within the cytoplasm. That's why we have seen that within cytoplasm there is a lot of organelle, and one of it is called the endoplasmic reticulum. So some endoplasmic reticulum are associated with the ribosomes, while others are not. So also this, it has been divided. We have those endoplasmic reticulum that have been surrounded by ribosomes, and those that do not surrounded by ribosome. We're going to see what are those endoplasmic reticulum. So we can simply say that the endoplasmic that are associated with the ribosome are known as rough endoplasmic reticulum, and it is abbreviated by RER. So now you can see, whereas those do not or not associated with the ribosomes are known as a smooth endoplasmic reticulum. So now you can see we have those endoplasmic reticulum that are associated or they are surrounded by the ribosome. We can call it the rough endoplasmic reticulum, but those that do not, or in the absence of ribosomes, that endoplasmic reticulum, it is called the smooth endoplasmic reticulum. So my students, let's end here. In the next part of this session, we're going to see other or more structures which are found within the plant cell. Thank you.